Hey, how's it going, guys? The official first teaser trailer for Star Wars series, Disney Plus Star Wars series, Obi-Wan Kenobi, has been released at long last. It's coming out end of May, I'm pretty sure. End of May, I think May 25th. Which is actually, I think, well, when they announced that, people were like, oh, well, why not the May 4th? Why not May 4th? May the 4th be with you, Star Wars Day, da, da, da. But then May 25th is actually, I think, the 4th, I think they didn't officially say it, but then people pointed out that they picked it because it was the 40-something kind of anniversary of A New Hope, the very first Star Wars film being released and everything. So then that was actually much more iconic for them. So I think May the 4th was the obvious kind of go-to kind of one. And people thought, oh, maybe they'll release a trailer on May. I mean, well, if they release a trailer on May 4th, then that's like, like leaving it literally right up until the actual month. But then people thought, oh, maybe they'll actually try and release something like a poster or some kind of promo material and then actually do something. I mean, they still could. I think if they're releasing a trailer for this now, chances are they could still very easily release something like a second trailer or like another teaser or like some kind of other official poster. I think because they've also released a character poster for Obi-Wan exclusively. They've released a character poster for him, and I think they've released some other kind of promo pictures, like some first look pictures from the show today as well. So they did that first, and then people said, oh yeah, trailer's definitely coming, and now lo and behold, like 10 minutes ago they literally dropped the trailer. So here I am reacting to it. Not that, I mean, I really don't know how much I'm gonna have to say about this, because I think the little that I know is that it's based on just after the original, I think, yeah, just after the original trilogy. I think it's based after Revenge of the Sith, and it's to do with the exile, the self-imposed exile that Obi-Wan goes into after he loses everything and Anakin turns to the dark side and becomes the one and only Darth Vader himself, and all that kind of, shambles happens and everything, and then we lead into the original. So I think this would be the first season we get that's actually set much earlier, because I think everything we've had so far, like Mandalorian and Boba Fett, I mean, I say everything, it's like pretty much two shows. I think all that stuff's been set after, like between the originals and the sequels, whereas with this one now we actually get something set like a little bit earlier, and with like an actual kind of like a character that we know and recognize and people kind of already know quite a bit about. So now this kind of gives them time to fill in the blanks a little bit there, because the only other blank filling in that we've gotten is the Clone Wars, which was set between episode 2 and episode 3. So then that was the only stuff then, and then people very, very kind of like hold that up to like a high standard of kind of Star Wars storytelling and just storytelling in general and stuff. I am inching ever closer to checking out Clone Wars. I decided, because I knew it was set between those two movies, I figured, oh, I'll do my rewatch. I might have mentioned it. No, I mentioned a while ago, but back when I was watching Book of Boba Fett, I mentioned I had actually done a rewatch of the original trilogy, which I have. I think, yeah, I've rewatched all the original trilogy. It's great. It's really great. But I think for Clone Wars, I actually decided to rewatch the prequels, because then that's when the Clone Wars stuff is actually set, and then Rebels comes after that. So I decided to, I think a while ago, I actually decided to watch episode 1. I know people don't really like episode 1. I'm pretty neutral towards it. I think, I kind of accept it as the beginning, as the beginning of everything, and that's as far back, I mean, movie-wise, that's as far back as you can really kind of go. And then episode 2 is where things really kick up and things get going, and then after that you have the Clone Wars, and you got to get into that, and then that kind of helps fill in the blanks and everything. So yeah, for the sake of watching the Clone Wars and getting ready for it, I did decide to kickstart a prequel movie, kind of not a marathon necessarily, because I think I started watching episode 2 and then got halfway through it. And then I kind of started watching that like late at night. So I think I kind of just got tired and then decided to go to bed. And then I haven't actually watched it since then. And that was like 2 weeks ago. So goes to show you just how organized I am with getting into different things. So yeah, but as soon as I finish that, I can get into Clone Wars and I can do reactions hopefully, and things will go well in that regard too. So that's fun. But yeah, Obi-Wan, I'm really excited for this. I'm really excited to see Ewan McGregor back as Obi-Wan, and Hayden Christensen is going to be coming back as our glorious boy Anakin. Given when this is, I think we're probably going to be getting him back as the one and only Darth Vader, and again and everything. So I mean, I do wonder how they might pull that off, because think we had Darth Vader in Rogue One. I mean, granted that wasn't Hayden, I don't think, because that one, I think that Vader didn't really have any dialogue from what I remember. I think he just literally had like the coolest kind of hallway fight scene, and then that was it. So for that one, they could have easily had anyone else in that bodysuit, and it would have easily worked out fine. But yeah, no, I think so. I think with this one, like, this will be our first proper return for Vader. This will be Hayden himself going back and actually doing that whole thing too. Because then I think this could be, I think, like the same way that the Clone Wars was the fill-in for the prequels, this could easily be the fill-in for the originals too. I think anything anyone feels is missing from the originals, or any kind of stuff that could be easier fleshed out in the originals too, like any lines or any kind of references or any kind of story pieces like that. And also just a really cool way to bring these characters back and to actually kind of tell this kind of more semi-original story and everything, and actually bring everyone back for a good time out in space, out of space. So yeah, it should be fun. It should be fun. So yeah, so I think I've talked for plenty long enough. So yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi, the first official teaser trailer. Let's see what they got in store for us. Pretty sure it's on Tatooine, because he handed Luke and Leia over to Uncle Owen. Yeah, and everything.
We lost.
We're gonna get Jesus Obi-Wan again. We're gonna get Jesus Ewan. Oh, is that Luke? Is he watching over Luke? Was that young Luke? If we get young Luke in this. Oh, the Duel of the Fates. Oh, god damn it. Oh, god, the music. The Empire's hunting Jedi. Oh. Oh, god, the music. Oh, the music. Oh.
Cannot help what they are. Their compassion.
Oh, are people hanging? Oh, that's dark. Dude's back. That dude's back. Is that Uncle Owen? That has to be Uncle Owen, right? I have to finish watching the prequels.
He cannot help it.
Oh, I think these are the Inquisitors, right? These are the Inquisitors. I heard they were going to be in this. Yeah, and they're in Fallen Order as well. The Inquisitors. Yeah, they're hunting Jedi. Yeah. Oh, okay. The Inquisitors have lightsabers? That's okay, that's interesting. I mean, the Sith did still have lightsabers. Oh damn. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. Alright. Okie dokie then. So plenty of interesting facts to explore there. It's really fucking hot in here, and I don't know why I'm wearing an even thicker layer under this hoodie. I don't know why. Probably because I'm nuts, but yeah. Okay. So I think he's still on Tatooine, because I think even in the originals that's where Luke found everything. Is that young Luke? Is that boy on the? I think that has to be, right. I think that would be like that would be the most obvious tie-in of. And I mean, it would be really fucking creepy if Obi-Wan was just randomly watching little boys on roofs and everything. So I'm like, logically speaking, and sensibly speaking, that has to be him actually, like watching over Luke as he grows up and making sure he's okay. I think where did he hand Leia off to? I can't. He's separate. He obviously separated them. I can't. I need to watch. I need to finish watching the prequels, because I can't remember exactly where he handed Leia off to. Because then they definitely, obviously, also grew up having very, very different lives too. Because then she grew up like a literal, like a royal. She grew up to be Princess Leia, and everything, or General eventually, and everything. So she grew up that way, and then he grew up on Tatooine and everything. So. So I think, but then I think maybe because of where he actually chose to drop them off, and because of who he handed them over to, I think he very, very consciously and very, very kind of deliberately kind of chose to watch over Luke specifically. So, he had more faith in whoever was going to watch after Leia. I think. I mean, wait, did he leave Leia with Padme's people? Because I think she grew up to be royalties. I think did he leave with them? I don't know, I'm pretty sure. But either way, the boy has to be Luke. The kid has to be Luke. Whether or not he's given a proper role is debatable, because I think they're probably going to want to focus more on any kind of rising distant conflicts between Obi-Wan and Anakin, especially after he's become Darth Vader. Like maybe him actually on and off sensing Anakin as Darth and as Vader, and actually trying to maybe see if he can do something about it, or trying to find out exactly how deep Anakin's kind of rabbit hole journey into the dark side of the Force goes and everything. So there's that kind of stuff, and then him obviously just him being the kind of Jedi hermit that he is, him actually living out on the rocks among the Tuscans and Jawas and whatever else have you on the desert side of Tatooine and everything. So he's just gonna be kind of doing his own thing and living his own life. And then the Inquisitors, I think I might have heard something about them being in this. I think the Inquisitors, I'm pretty sure they haven't played it yet, meaning to play it, definitely gonna get around to playing it. But I'm pretty sure they're the main antagonists in Jedi Fallen Order in the Star Wars video game. I think from what I've seen, overwhelmingly positive reviews and people, praising it all the live long day. But I'm pretty sure the Inquisitors are the ones who are the entire antagonists. And I think that game is also set after the original trilogy too. That's after the prequels, right? I think when is that set up? I think is that the prequels or the sequels? I think. Because both the movies somewhat have like an actual fall of the Empire, I think, because then the Empire's kickstarted again for the originals and everything, but then because then the Sith fall, and then it's the Empire, and then I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, can't remember which trilogy that one is set after, but either way. Still follows the same. I think that one's after. I think that one. Pretty sure that one explicitly states that it's after the fall of the empires. I think that one might have to be after the originals. But then if the Inquisitors are here, I mean, I think I have no idea how long the Inquisitors have been around for. Maybe if they're here and this is set after the prequels, then maybe they were established from way back then. And again, I think. Even with the Empire having fallen, because I think even in the Mandalorian, like that was set after the fall of the Empire, but then the Empire is kind of still out there, kind of scattered across the galaxy in crumbs and everything. So I think they're still there, just not like to the same effect, especially in those series, like until the First Order gets kicked up again and everything. Like it's just kind of like barely hanging on by fingernails. So there's that. But I think if there's Inquisitors, then I think it. I think there's possibly like a likely chance that it could be set during Fallen Order, in which case I probably want to get started on that game before this comes out. And I think that one too, I think that game you really don't have to get into anything beforehand. It's pretty much like a strong enough original story that they kind of get you into and actually introduce you to a lot of cool different kind of characters and concepts and everything. So that'll be fun. But I think the Inquisitor was in this. I think just like so far just so far just one woman, and she had a lightsaber too. She actually pulled out like a lightsaber, like a red lightsaber thing. I think I mean the Sith did. I mean the Sith did have lightsabers, but then the Sith were Force sensitive. I think they were dark side of the Force, and then they still had Force powers and arguably more violent Force powers and everything. So don't know if she's gonna start putting out some Force lightning as well. If she's gonna be Force choking people and doing lightsaber tricks and everything, but she's got a lightsaber, that's cool. So they were there, stormtroopers are definitely still around, and then there's some other people in more alien looking kind of makeup and get-ups and everything. So the Empire is still out and about, and they're still kind of hunting Jedi. Like, I think they still believe that Jedi are out there, and then Obi-Wan is going to have, enough trouble and pickles on his hands and everything, trying to avoid them and trying to keep Luke safe and make sure nothing goes wrong and everything. So really curious as to kind of, I mean, I feel like he's going to be trying to do like a bunch of different things. I think he's going to be forced to do a bunch of different things, but then really kind of curious as to what his overall thing might be, if it really is just actually just watching over Luke for a few years and actually kind of making sure that he grows up okay, like in time to find him by the time the original trilogy starts, or if he's actually going to try and be, because I think I wonder if they might kind of show off that like he actually wasn't the only Jedi here, or at least like if he actually wasn't alone in his time on Tatooine. Maybe if he actually did meet people, maybe if he did make connections, or maybe if he did somehow end up losing people too. That'd be really sad, obviously. But then kind of curious as to like if that is the case, as to what happens. and then like seeing if there are actually any other surviving characters from the prequels who actually did manage to run into him, but then he sent them off, or they left of their own accord, or something happened. Because I think the time that this is set during, I think Jedi would also like beyond just their kind of usual kind of stuff of like no attachments to that. I think they would also believe that, like, on the one hand, sure, strength in numbers, but then with the way that stuff is going because of Order 66 and all the other crap that went down, I think they might also kind of feel like, if we stick together for too long, then it's just fish in a barrel. So I think, that they would, like, rendezvous, meet up, do what needs to be done, and then just kind of go off their own separate ways and hope that they can see each other again and everything. So it's going to be cool seeing exactly what my boy Obi-Wan's gotten up to and what he's going to be doing, and, who he's going to be seeing and what kind of trouble he's going to get into. And, even with Anakin, Obi-Wan can definitely get into trouble. So yeah, and it's gonna be cool to see. I mean, I think this was a teaser trailer too. I think this was like undeniably a teaser trailer. So I think just literally giving us some first kind of glimpses at what's to come and who's to come and everything else. So a good teaser trailer in that sense. A really good teaser trailer in that sense. I'm really curious to see where the story might go and what exactly is waiting for us on May 25th when this drop. I'm hoping it's. I mean, as much as I would love to get as much as we can on like the first kind of date, I'm hoping they try not to do like a 2-episode kind of drop thing, because I kind of prefer to be able to get through it at like a comfortable enough pace and not to have to. Because then I think it definitely kind of feels more rushed when they do like an actual multi-episode kind of drop from the get-go. So I'm hoping they do kind of keep it to like that nice kind of short and sweet kind of 1 a week kind of release schedule. So we'll see. But either way, I think we still have the whole weekly thing going for it, so that much is a blessing. So yeah, that is pretty much I think as of right now, until I kind of go further into stories. I think this also, I'm like more and more sure that this series may also in many ways be like a nice homage to people who have done their due diligence and actually have checked out the Clone Wars and checked out other series kind of available to help flesh out the story too. So I think this is my calling to hurry my ass up and get into those shows and actually try and get started. Because I think no way am I finishing those shows before this comes out. But then I think if I at least kind of like actually kind of get myself into it soon enough, then hopefully then I can actually kind of get like a better sense of the world and get a better sense of the character that's going to be coming from this too. Because given how well the Clone Wars has done throughout the fandom and also just in terms of audiences in general, I feel like they will be adopting like a lot of those kind of storytelling traits and techniques from that thing, especially for a character like this too. Because this isn't just any character from the older story actually getting their own solo. This is actually Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I think this is also a character we haven't seen in fucking ages, and also played by arguably one of the favourite kind of actors, for one of the more kind of popular and more favoured actors from the whole kind of from the entire kind of pantheon of Star Wars movies too. So I think Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi is iconic, and he's affected fans and touched fans and just been so pivotal to this franchise in so many different ways. So having like not only his character come back, but then actually having him be the one. I mean, it kind of makes sense, because I think you don't want to go younger too. You actually still want to go with like a younger but still more matured and more kind of hardened Obi-Wan too. So I think actually having Obi-Wan, having Ewan McGregor come back, but then not having him, but then adding Hayden, adding that classic duo into the mix too, is what really kind of sweetens the deal. So yeah, we got a lot in store for us. So hopefully, as the kind of weeks go by and as the month of May edges closer, we can get more stuff and we can actually get more teasers, and not too many, but like enough to kind of keep us satiated until that sweet series premiere release date. But yeah, that is pretty much all I have for now. So I'm gonna go off and in time get my self around to Clone Wars and everything else that's important in time. Actually, at least get started before all this. So yeah, that was my official my official reaction for the teaser trailer for Obi-Wan Kenobi. So thank you guys, as always, so much for being here and for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then feel free to leave a like and comment any thoughts you have on this, any theories you got, any kind of anything you hope to see from the series and how much you're looking forward to it, and any stuff that you think they might bring over from older stuff, and any thoughts you have on it whatsoever. Feel free to leave them in the comments. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. So, until the next time, bye bye for now.